Live from Cardinal O'Hara High School, I'm Stu Boyer along with Paul Catrona. We're going to go to the PA announcer and hear the players being introduced.
At guard number 10, Sienna Tabaya. And at center, number 32, Bree Barbaday. And now for your Cardinal O'Hara Lady Hawks. A sophomore at guard number 5, Jordan Williams. A senior at guard number 10, Courtney McCanny. A freshman at guard number 12, Kyla Hayes. A senior at guard number 20, Jane Rutledge. And a sophomore at guard number 23, Olivia Russell. The Lady Hawks are coached by Nichols and assisted by Kyrie Carter and Glenn Mountain.
Well, as we get ready to start this one, I'm Stu Boyer along with Paul Catrona. We have Francis Beck producing, Russ Battaglia on camera. Referees for today's game, Royce Calhoun, Chris Durr, and Joe Doherty. And Paul, on paper, this matchup seems to lead kind of favorably toward Cardinal O'Hara.
Well, Stu, in the previous two games, O'Hara has won by a comfortable margin. 52-42, 64-43. Indicates everything you're saying, but you know, playoffs. Always anybody's game. It's 0-0. 8 minutes to go in this quarter. Let's see what Nichols can do.
And interestingly enough, a freshman, Kyla Hayes, is Cardinal O'Hara's go-to player. She's wearing number 12 as we get set for the jump ball. Jade Rutledge against Brianna Barbaday will jump ball at midcourt. And coming up at halftime, we'll have an interview with Niagara women's basketball coach Jada Pierce. Royce Calhoun ready for the opening tip. O'Hara in the dark uniforms, Nichols in the white. O'Hara going toward the basket to our right off the tip. Ball controlled by O'Hara. Into the corner, there's a three that's off the iron, no good. Rebound Nichols, Tobiah, and she'll drive down the lane. The bounce pass is knocked out of bounds, and the ball will stay with Nichols.
Right from the get-go, Stu, both teams running hard, and it looks like both want to push that ball up there.
And the three from the corner is off the iron and no good, but Nichols gets the rebound. Benchley has it. To Bidet, now in the corner. To Tobiah. Bounce pass to Benchley. She almost lost it. Good defense, stolen by O'Hara, and away goes Williams. She'll lay it up, no good. Rebound by Hayes, no good. And now once again, Nichols gets the ball, and they'll bring it out. Fallon Griffin with the rebound. She'll get it to Quinn Benchley. Still no score, almost a minute into the first quarter. Benchley. And her pass is stolen by Hayes, and Hayes drives toward the basket. She'll lay it up, no good, but she'll draw a foul. So we'll get, excuse me, that wasn't Hayes, that was Williams, and she'll head to the free throw line.
Jordan Williams at the line.
Jordan Williams at the free throw line. Cardinal O'Hara 18-3 overall, 12-0 in the league. They lost to a team from Mount Lebanon, Pennsylvania, a team from Erie, PA, and they split with Bishop Kearney as she makes the first free throw to give O'Hara a 1-0 lead. Nichols 13-9 on the season, 7-5 in league play. And as Paul mentioned, O'Hara swept the season series. Rebound into the near corner, set, and there's Hayes with it. Now they'll get it back to Hayes in the corner. She'll put up a three. Good.
Great shot there, Stu, from the outside. Sweet three-point play.
Excuse me, they called that a 2. Oh. So it's 3-0. Stolen by O'Hara, but Nichols gets it back, and the ball's on the floor. We get a jump ball, and let's see, the arrow points toward Nichols. Actually, I didn't see an arrow. I saw a referee pointing that way. So Barbaday will inbound it underneath the basket, and her inbound pass is stolen by McClaney. And here comes O'Hara back the other way. O'Hara. 3 from the corner, around and out. And O'Hara comes down with the rebound. Williams got the rebound. Now Rutledge, and Hayes has the ball one more time. Hayes on the far side to Williams. Williams into the corner. That shot is no good by McClaney, and here comes Nichols. Benchley the other way. She'll lay it up. She missed the layup, but Bidet gets the rebound and scores. Bidet putting it in. Now back the other way. Rutledge for O'Hara into the corner. Three-pointer is good by Olivia Russell, and just like that, it's 6-2 O'Hara.
Well, I'll repeat the sentence. A sweet three-pointer. That was a nice shot. Nothing but net.
And the pass by Nichols is thrown away underneath, intended for Lillian Colpoys, but it's a turnover. And O'Hara will have the ball.
You know, Stu, we know that Kyla Hayes is their go-to person on offense, but looks like O'Hara really wants to get that outside three-point game going.
McClaney on the far side to Williams, into the corner to Hayes. Now there's a quick jumper by Jordan Williams for 2, and already it's 8-2 Cardinal O'Hara. Nichols cannot afford to turn the ball over anymore. It's already been an issue in the early going. Benchley to Bidet. Bidet puts it on the floor, spins, shoots, that's no good. Hayes gets the rebound, and she'll push it up the floor to McClaney. Now on the far side to Russell. She'll bank it up, no good. And underneath, O'Hara gets that rebound, and they'll put it up and in. Jordan Williams, and already with 4:47 to go in the first quarter, it's 10-2 Cardinal O'Hara. And now McClaney putting some pressure on in the backcourt, and here comes Benchley. She'll pass it up ahead for Tobias. She'll shoot, no good, off the iron. Rebound O'Hara, Williams, and away she goes. The layup is good. And we'll get our first timeout of the game, taken by Nichols coach Rob Dimmer. 4:28 to play, first quarter. Cardinal O'Hara 12, Nichols 2. You're watching girls high school basketball on Western New York Athletics.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com. Ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. Get started today at howardhanna.com.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you.
Stu Boyer with Paul Catrona back here at Cardinal O'Hara, Paul, and we had an interesting chat with Nichols coach Rob Dimmer before the game, and it's looking like something he was concerned about is happening.
True enough, Stu. Coach Dimmer was concerned about balls not dropping for Nichols in a fast turnaround back towards O'Hara, and that's exactly what's falling into place. We see a lot of good hustle on Nichols. They have made O'Hara turn the ball over several times, but they have not been able to drop that ball into the rim and get those points.
And speaking of turnovers, there's another one. Pass underneath the basket. And here comes O'Hara. McClaney will bring the ball across the half-court line. O'Hara unbeaten in league play this year. Into the corner. Pass intended underneath. And knocked out of bounds. So O'Hara will inbounds. Hayes, short jumper, no good. And Colpoys comes down with the rebound. Now into the corner, the near side. Tobias. Back out to Benchley. Back to Tobias. And it's stolen. Taken away by Russell. Long pass intended for McClaney, tipped out of bounds by Nichols, so they get a defensive play there. The ball will stay with O'Hara.
So we're watching a lot of Nichols trying to get that ball into number 32. She's their go-to player, sometimes at the detriment. She was double teamed, and that ball trying to slip it into there caused a turnover again.
Three-pointer, No good. Rebound taken down by Russell for O'Hara. As Nichols missed the three, comes back the other way to Rutledge. Into the corner to McClaney, back out to Rutledge. Now into the near corner, and that shot by Russell is no good. And now Nichols has one rebound, but there's a foul on the play, and that will go against Hayes as she knocked down the Nichols player, Griffin. First team foul for O'Hara, and just the second foul of the game so far.
And for the Lady Hawks, number 11, Maddie Greco.
Colpoys goes to the bench for Nichols. And here's Benchley for the Vikings into the corner. Now right back to Benchley. She'll put up a shot, and that one's good for two. 12-4. Nichols gets a bucket there, and Rutledge comes right back the other way into the corner. And that shot is good by Madeline Greco, who had checked into the game.
Another splash play, Stu. They've been hitting those threes from that side of the court consistently tonight, today.
Here's Tobiah, throws it to the far side to Benchley, and that shot clearly no good. Oh, Bidet hustling after it. She got knocked down. Benchley puts up a shot, no good. Whistle underneath and a foul. Great effort there by Brianna Barbidet, and she hit the deck hard. Has her hand on that right hip, which is what she fell on, so hopefully she's all right.
I was just about to mention how don't you love the way she attacked that ball at her own risk, her own peril, but she's that type of player. She's going to go for that. She knows that this team's riding on her back.
And she puts up a shot and draws the foul, and this time that's a shooting foul, so she'll head to the free throw line. That's the third team foul on Cardinal O'Hara.
Stu Bidet's got that look in her eye, too. Did you see her face? She is upset, mad, whatever you might say. She knows that it's been a hard-fought battle underneath, and she's the woman for that battle.
And the first free throw is good.
I'd love to see the competitive side to these players.
The fire burns bright. Second free throw, also good. Makes it 14-6. And here comes O'Hara. Back the other way. Rutledge will bring the ball, and she'll send it into the corner. And she will get it right back from Greco. Now Hayes. Far side to Williams. Comes right back to the near side. And they'll pass it around nicely. Greco put up a shot, no good. Hayes saved it somehow, and it comes back to Williams. Now the far side, and there's a three-pointer. That's good by Courtney McClaney, and it's 17-6. Well, this O'Hara team is obviously a handful. My, oh my.
They are a handful. They are making it rain threes today.
And Bidet will turn it over that time, and she has a word for either herself or one of her teammates as McClaney into the corner. She'll go get it to Hayes. Hayes all the way across court into the near corner. Rutledge, and here's Hayes, and look at them move the ball around. There's the shot that's good for three from Jordan Williams, and it's 20-6.
Don't you just love the way O'Hara is passing that ball around unselfishly?
And here's Barbidet driving to the basket and scoring. That's beautifully done. And that right there is that competitive spirit you're talking about as O'Hara comes back the other way one more time. Hayes will drive down the lane, and that's a foul on Nichols, although she did kind of lower that shoulder a bit. So,
Foul on Vikings number 0, Fallon Griffin. That's her second.
And that's going on Fallon Griffin, her second foul already.
Yeah, you know, Stu, watching that Griffin play, try to stop that play, you could see she never really set her feet. She moved in good position, but as you said, as I saw, she's moving, and then she lowered that shoulder.
There's another three by Courtney McClaney, and this one is quickly getting out of hand. It's 22-8 O'Hara as they try for the steal and don't get it. You can see some frustration on the faces of the Nichols players, understandably so. Things are not going their way here in the early going. So the Vikings in the white will inbound. They'll get a corner three that's no good, and O'Hara has the rebound. Tobiah, excuse me, not Tobiah, that's McClaney. And here's this Hayes with the ball. Oh, nice bounce pass. And that shot is no good by Rutledge. And we'll come back the other way with Benchley into the corner for Fallon. She'll dump it down low to Barbara Day. She'll put up a shot that's good. Nice play there by Nichols, 22-10.
Beautiful turnaround. Maybe trying to keep Nichols in this game, but Day's really playing a nice game.
So Rutledge, far side to Williams, inside to Hayes. She'll put up a shot, around and out, no good. Rebound Nichols. Griffin has it. She'll put up the long shot. That's no good. And that will bring the first quarter to a close. The Monsignor Martin girls semifinal after one quarter. It is Cardinal O'Hara 22, Nichols 10, and you are watching girls high school basketball on Western New York Athletics.
Our homes have become offices, gyms, schools, and playgrounds. And at Western New York Immediate Care, we know you may need us now more than ever. Whether you've suffered a minor injury or just aren't feeling well, Western New York Immediate Care physicians are trained to diagnose and treat most non-life-threatening injuries and illnesses. With 5 convenient locations open 7 days a week, help is never far away. Life has changed, but Western New York Immediate Care is still here for you.
I love being home.
There's nothing better than owning the perfect house to come home to. You've earned it, and we'll make it happen. Our local real estate experts and in-house team of financial professionals make buying or selling your home simple. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
I love being home.
Rutledge, well, no, now they'll switch. It'll be Williams who will inbound the ball for O'Hara as we start the second quarter. She'll get it to Rutledge. Looks like Nichols might have changed up their defense here just a little bit. Looks like they might have, they got a quick whistle. And I couldn't hear what that call was. Was that a
I think
clock
the floor.
issue?
I think the floor is wet.
Oh, okay. So, well, safety first then. So that's a good thing.
No.
Royce Calhoun blowing the whistle. No fouls, nothing there. So I'm not sure. Courtney McClaney has the ball into the corner. Rutledge to Russell. Russell get it again. She'll take a 3. No good. Rebound Benchley. And Benchley's trapped in the backcourt. The ball's knocked out of bounds, but it'll stay with Nichols as quickly 2 Hawks surrounded her.
Stu, I was thinking about something Coach Dimmer had said, that he wanted to pack it in. And we were just talking about how O'Hara's just hitting those threes. That's going to eventually have to stretch the defense out. And as we were just talking that O'Hara's really not even utilizing their #1 scorer yet. Can you imagine if they keep hitting these threes and then want to go inside with the ball? The game could get out of hand even more than it is now.
And O'Hara forces another Nichols turnover. Narden and St. Mary's are the other semifinal. The winner will play at the higher seed Tuesday night, which right now certainly looks like Cardinal O'Hara as they pass the ball back and forth. Now into the corner. They'll dump it back out. The 3, no good, but O'Hara gets the rebound as the shot clock buzzer goes off, and it'll be Nichols' ball. So some good defense there by the Vikings, and they'll get a couple of substitutions. Colpoys comes back in, and Wolcott goes out along with Tobiah. So Benchley and Moran Gasick are in the game now. Fallon has the ball. She'll stop. Look for Barbara Day. She'll drive to the basket and put it up and in and draw the foul. So Barbara Day doing her job, trying to keep this one close. Cuts the lead to 10, and she'll try and get the 3-point play the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, just love that place to put it into her One step left and then spins, puts the ball down once and just knocks it in. It was a beautiful play. So very, very good player.
She misses the free throw, and away goes O'Hara. Here's Hayes, and her shot is blocked by Barba Day, but Barba Day commits the foul. And that will put Hayes at the free throw line. First foul on Barba Day, who, by the way, we're told already has 3 scholarship offers, Canisius UB and Niagara. And we'll have Jada Pierce, the Niagara coach, on with us at halftime. And I don't think she can say anything about anyone she's offered a scholarship to. So we'll just have to.
In generalities.
Yes,
both
exactly.
Both teams have players that are moving their careers up into the college ranks sooner than later.
Stolen by Williams, and she'll lay it up, and the layup won't fall. And Benchley gets the foul, and she is fouled. Chris Durr blowing the whistle on that call in the backcourt.
A little aggressiveness after missing that shot. As we were talking to the O'Hara coaches, they say that, you know, at times their players will make an aggressive foul, but they'd rather see that aggression than not. And as we just saw, another turnover, it didn't really hurt them at all.
Rutledge, now the corner 3 is good from McClaney. Now call that a 2. On the near side, Gasek to Barba Day. She'll dump it down low. Getting it out of there is Colpoise, and it's turned over one more time, but they're going to get a break there. Look at Barba Day with her hands down, palms down, trying to get her teammates to calm down, to slow down, and to just play their game and stop looking at that scoreboard. Just play the game one possession at a time. So they'll inbound the ball.
I was going to say one play at a time. I remember hearing that from Steve Tasker of the Bills and that great comeback. And, you know, it's a truism in every sport, right? Just do what you can do at that moment. Don't worry about trying to catch up on one shot.
So the ball will be inbounded in front of the O'Hara bench. Nichols will have the ball. Griffin looking, she gets it to Barba Day, who's wide open, and driving down the lane and getting stuffed is Tobiah, and coming back the other way, laying it up and in is Courtney McClaney. 28-12, it's a 16-point lead. And McClaney is having a big day, and another steal there by McClaney. And she decided to send it into the corner to Russell. Her shot is off the iron, no good. And the rebound goes way up on top of the basket, so much so that it's out of bounds, and it'll be Nichols' ball. I'll tell you what, if you're not careful against this O'Hara team, they will literally run you right out of the gym. And they'll run you out, and they'll take you out into the street, too.
I was thinking of the old
yeah, that's a travel.
Vegas Running Rebels.
Yeah, UNLV with Jerry Tarkanian.
Remember those days?
Yes, and the man with the white towel, Jerry Tarkanian.
I think he was ahead of his time, but, you know, it's so funny when you think about history. Sometimes coaches are ahead of their time. And today's game is really, really pushing the ball forward with speed. I do love the way O'Hara is just sharing the ball.
Here's Hayes down low. She'll get it back out, and they'll fire it into the corner and get it back out to Russell, and she'll send it on the far side. Look at them pass the ball. There's the 3 off the back rim, no good, and Hayes hustling after the rebound. And she couldn't get it, but O'Hara will keep the ball, and McClaney will inbound underneath the Nichols basket.
Interesting, Stu, Rutledge. Nice three-point shooter, really good on defense.
Bounce pass to Hayes, and she's on the ground, and she's called for traveling. Good defense there by Nichols as she tried to get it to Olivia Russell, but it didn't happen quite fast enough. Tobiah to Benchley, and Benchley will bring the ball up the floor. Into the corner to Fallon, and that one is knocked out of bounds by O'Hara. So a good defensive play by the Hawks. And Nichols Benchley will inbound underneath the O'Hara basket. Looking for a teammate to get it to. Gets it back to Barbaday. She puts it on the floor. And then she'll hand it off to Tobiah to Benchley. And she'll get it to Colpoys. Tobiah, stolen on the far side by Russell, but she couldn't keep it in bounds.
Russell has been just a great defensive player for O'Hara so far this game. Very, very quick player.
Here's Griffin driving down the lane, and she had the ball stolen, and out of bounds on the far side is Jordan Williams after the steal. And we'll have a timeout on the floor with 4:15 to go in the second quarter. Cardinal O'Hara leading Nichols 28-12. You're watching girls high school basketball on Western New York Athletics.
Even the most prepared moms experience the unexpected. When you do, we're here for you.
When you're ready to buy a home, start your search at howardhanna.com. You'll be the first to see new listings, find similar properties, and connect with a local Howard Hanna agent. Get started today at howardhanna.com.
Being home.
We're back at Cardinal O'Hara, where the Hawks are beating Nichols 28-12 with 14:15 to play in the second quarter. The ball will stay with Cardinal O'Hara.
I was thinking, Stu, an interesting timeout by O'Hara. They're up by a lot. I was watching Coach O'Neill. They were doing something he wasn't comfortable with.
And they drain the three and draw a foul. McClaney hits the three from the corner, and she was fouled and will head to the free throw line.
So now I'm watching him, and he's basically saying, I see, girls, that's what we want you to do. And he's so happy. He's got a big smile on his face now.
So McClaney at the free throw line at halftime. I'm going to go over and see how many points she has, because it seems to me like she's putting up a whole bunch. She's at the free throw line now, and she completes the 4-point play to make it 31-12.
A true coach, right, Stu? He's up by a boatload, but something wasn't quite right, so he wanted that timeout. Whatever he said, they did it. Now he was very happy and sat back down.
Now running one-hander by Colpoys is no good, and here comes O'Hara again. Russell, and there's a travel that'll go against Jordan Williams, and it'll be Nichols' ball. And somebody didn't like that call, but referee Joe Doherty said it was the second one. Now Nichols doing some passing. Benchley with the ball. To Fallon, to Barbaday. She'll put up her shot and score. Barbaday doing her best to keep her team in this, but it's a tall order. Rutledge gets the ball back, and this time she'll put up the three. That's no good. Big rebound hauled down by Griffin for Nichols. And Griffin will go right to the basket, but she lost a handle on the ball. It hit Rutledge, and it went off of Rutledge and out of bounds. And now we'll get Madeline Greco into the game for O'Hara, as Jordan Williams will come out. Benchley will inbound the ball. Barbaday gets it, and she'll go right up. She'll miss it. She'll get her own rebound. She'll spin, put it up again, and score. Nicely done by Brianna Barbaday.
I call that a splash play too, Stu. She missed that sweet lefty. The little hook kind of reminded me of Abdul-Jabbar, but she gets a rebound and puts it in herself again.
Here comes Nichols the other way. Benchley goes right up. No good. Who's there for the rebound? Barbaday surrounded by three, and she'll get it out to Griffin. And now on the far side, Colpoys, no good. Benchley couldn't get the rebound, but Colpoys gets the rebound, and then her pass is stolen by Russell. And Russell comes back the other way. Barbaday diving on the floor to get the steal, and Nichols comes back the other way. And putting it up, no, it's blocked by Rutledge. What a block. And she'll send it down the court. And Tobiah comes up with the ball for Nichols. What a sequence there, as Benchley has it now for Nichols.
You hit everything on there, right? Just hustled, great defense.
And a wild three by Benchley that's not even close and goes out of bounds.
And that was in that sequence, that short sequence of hustle, defense, really electrified the crowd even more than the scoring.
I don't know about you, Paul, but as a fan, there's nothing I like more than great athletes hustling. That's what I want to see.
It's true, isn't it?
Not once in a while, all the time.
All game long.
McClaney now near side to Rutledge, far side into the corner, and the shot by McClaney is no good that time. And here comes Tobiah for Nichols, goes right to the basket, throws it up, won't go. Barbara Day battling for the rebound. That's a jump ball, and she hits the deck, and she'll get a hand up from Hayes from Cardinal O'Hara. And Nichols will keep the basketball.
I've told you many times when we watch sports, I love to watch the player that you can't take your eyes off of.
And Barbara Day missed that shot, and she's the player you're talking about.
She's the player for Nichols, right?
Yes.
Just a hustler, great skills. The other girls are hustling too, but that young lady is a ball player.
O'Hara, and they almost turned it over. They do turn it over, and Tobiah comes back the other way. The short jump shot is good. Big turnover there by Nichols to make it 31-18. Minute and 5 to play in the first half. O'Hara, Hayes with the ball. And she'll dump it back out to McClaney, and then the jump shot by Hayes is no good, but Barbara Day gets the rebound. And they'll hand it off to Benchley. Into the corner to Griffin for 3. No good. Rebound knocked up in the air. Greco going after it. And then they'll get it to Hayes. O'Hara will, but that'll be a turnover. Benchley has it. Nichols comes back the other way. She'll stop and pop. And she does not get the roll. Got one bounce. Look at Barbara Day hustle after that ball, but Rutledge has it. Final 30 seconds of the first half. Rutledge with the rebound.
Those are both two excellent defensive type players. Both can score, both can play defense.
Final 15 seconds of the half. O'Hara with the ball, looking for that final shot. We're in the final seconds. 10 seconds. Rutledge to McClaney, and that's a carry, and that will be a turnover, and Nichols will get the ball back with 2.7 seconds to play in the first half. A 13-point lead for O'Hara, and they'll get it into Benchley, and she'll launch a long-range shot off the backboard and no good, and that'll bring the first half to a close. At halftime, it is Cardinal O'Hara 31, Nichols 18. You are watching girls high school basketball on Western New York Athletics, and we'll be back with Jada Rutledge, the Niagara basketball head coach, after this quick break.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA, with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
When you're ready to buy a home, start your search at howardhanna.com. You'll be the first to see new listings, find similar properties, and connect with a local Howard Hanna agent. Get started today at howardhanna.com.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, large or small, call 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab right away. If you are in pain or just sore, don't take chances. Call RES today and take advantage of their 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. With no copays, RES will help navigate the confusing world of no-fault insurance with you, so you can concentrate on getting better. 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. The most important call you can make after an auto accident.
Does he do car?
Forget about it.
How about home?
Forget about it.
Does he get good rates?
Forget about it.
And you're saying there's no problem too big for this guy?
Forget about it.
Paul, this is Johnny, the guy we've been talking about. Johnny, this is Paul Wolf. Mr. Wolf, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for the invite.
Not a problem. It's Paul, not Mr. Wolf.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
Johnny, forget about it. For all your insurance needs, call 835-WOLF. And...
Well, welcome back to Cardinal O'Hara High School. We're joined now by Jada Rutledge, Niagara's women's... Pierce. I'm sorry. Why did I say that? I'm sorry, Pierce. I was thinking because there's a Rutledge on this team that I keep talking about. Pierce. I'm sorry. Niagara's head women's basketball coach, originally from Philadelphia, PA. When you come to a game like this, what are you looking for?
I mean, I don't want to get into too many specifics, but character is one of the biggest things that we look for, and what type of person the player is. It's not necessarily how great of a basketball player they are, because that's going to speak for itself if they can, put the ball in the basket, if they play good defense, which fits our style. But just what kind of person are they? How do they treat their teammates? When they come out of the games, are they making eye contact with the coaches? Are they smacking everybody's hand? Or are they going and sulking at the end of the bench as to why they got taken out of the game? So those little things are important to us, because we want young women that are going to be team players, first and foremost. Because when you get to college, everybody's good. How are you going to handle not being the woman, and being a part of a winning program, of a good program? So that's one of the biggest things is character that we look for. So I'm watching everything when I'm watching these young ladies play. And, there's some talented young ladies on this court right now. I can't really, talk into details other than Jade Rutledge, who is signed and committed to come to Niagara next year. And we're really proud of her and what, she's been able to do to help her high school team.
Well, it seems like there's pretty much of a O'Hara to Niagara pipeline, as you have a couple of players who played high school basketball here. So by having them on your current team, does that kind of give, I got to say this correctly, but does that make you, let's take another look at this O'Hara team and see what they have coming this way. Give them a little bit of an edge in a school that you might look at more than some others who haven't had the kind of success that O'Hara has had?
I think more importantly, not just the success, but Coach Nick is very much about teaching these young ladies to be the best that they can be on and off the court. They're all great students. He's very demanding with them in that respect, and he demands a lot on the court, as you can see, which is why they've been so successful over the years. I think it speaks a lot to the current players that they're having a great experience at Niagara, that the Cardinal players might want to come and play for us, because they see what's happening with Angel Parker having great success and leading our team, and Aaliyah as a freshman, having great success right now as a freshman, could be potentially the Rookie of the Year, in the MAC this year, and Angel could be a first teamer. So I think that helps a lot when you're building a program in an area where I didn't grow up here. I grew up in Philly, like you said. So making these connections with a great coach like Nick O'Neill really helps a lot. But it's nice seeing what he's done here and how he's built it the right way. And all of his young women, whether they play for us or not, and we see them, on different teams. His daughter, Nichols, we just played against her on Thursday night. She had a great game against us. She's a big reason why we lost that game on Thursday. But seeing who Nichols is and who some of these other young women are that are playing out, Division II, Division I, that speaks volumes to what Coach Nick O'Neill has done here.
Let me ask you this. How far has girls basketball, is kind of a generic question, how far has girls basketball at the high school level come even in the last 5 or 10 years? And what do you see as the next step overall that needs to be taken on the girls' side of the ledger?
I think it's grown a lot since I've been here. I got here in July of 2015 when I took over, and not in my wildest dreams did I ever think that we would sign a class like last year, which was all upstate New York. We have, Mariana Freeman from Rochester and Lexi Rowe from Syracuse, Aaliyah Parker, from here. I mean, I never thought that would happen. I thought the basketball has really come a long way. I think a lot of the grassroots people in the area have done a great job of teaching and coaching at a low level in grade school, in middle school, and I think that's what you're seeing a product of in high school, because there's other great programs in the area now, and it's not just Cardinal O'Hara. There are other great schools, that are producing good players. So I think the next step is going to be from not just high school, but, with the AAU. And I think they've done a great job AAU-wise out in this area, because I think they don't just insulate it to Buffalo, Niagara, Cheektowaga, they expand to Rochester. They expand out the 90 to Syracuse, to Albany. So I think having that collaboration with a lot of the other coaches in upstate, I think that's what's making this basketball, take huge steps, especially in 6.5 years.
Final question before we let you go back and enjoy the rest of the game.
Thank you.
How is your team positioned as March Madness approaches? And give me an idea how you feel. Is your team peaking at the right time?
I think we are, Stu. I think we are. I think we've won 5 out of our last 7, and you don't do that and win 5 in a row at some point when you're not peaking at the right time. I think February has been very good to us. We're looking to get back on track today. We're playing against our rival, south of the bridge.
And you're here?
And we don't like to say names. Yeah, we play tonight. I'll be ready. I'll be ready for game time. But just seeing the progress that our team has made from the first game of the year, playing Loyola out of Baltimore, to us just playing even St. Peter's, because even in your defeats you learn, you get better. And for us, you can't sulk really long because you get about less than 48 hours until you're playing your next game. So I think we're peaking at the right time. I think our team is made for March. The style of play that we play, forcing turnovers, playing at a high tempo clip, and I think the depth that we have on our team speaks volumes too. So I think nobody wants to play us in the MAC tournament. Every coach, they text me, they call me, they're like, I enjoy watching your team play, but Jada, we do not want to play Niagara come the first or second round in the MAC tournament.
Oh, well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Coach Pierce. Good luck in the tournament and beyond.
Thank you.
And I can see, it's kind of what you just described. Your team, O'Hara, kind of plays a similar style, don't they?
You get that connection, right? Get that connection, Stu. Thank you so much. It's been great having me.
Thank you. Good luck tonight and the rest of the way.
All right, take care.
That's Jada Pierce, Niagara's head coach. And we'll be back with the second half right after this.
When you're ready to buy a home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com. You can find new listings before they appear anywhere else and refine your search for immediate notifications of similar properties. Plus, get pre-qualified to make your offer stronger and connect with a local Howard Hanna agent who knows your area and how to close the deal. So when you're ready to buy, visit howardhanna.com and find your home fast.
I love being home.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
Well, welcome back to Cardinal O'Hara, where the Hawks lead Nichols 31-18. Thanks to Niagara women's basketball coach Jada Pierce for joining us at halftime. And Paul, looks like the Nichols Vikings have a little bit of work to do here as they come back out onto the floor, and they will now be attacking the basket to our left. So I guess the big question is, can Nichols find a way to get back into this one?
Well, Stu, it's so funny. As you were interviewing, I was watching. I watched number 32 from Nichols, Bidet, just watching her walk on the court, talk to her players, keeping it calm, encouraging them. And then I had the opportunity, believe it or not, when you told me, hey, Paul, we're getting on the air, talking to her mom. What a great story. Just told her mother, what a great player. And to no downing of her club, you look at O'Hara, they're full of just superstars, it looks to me. And so that's a difficult thing for Nichols, but they've got their players. But that girl, number 32, what a player. What a player.
So right off the get-go, Hayes scores on the rebound. And I think some of the Nichols players thought that ball had bounced off the top of the backboard, but they didn't get that call. And coming back the other way, Barr Bidet has her pass stolen. And Cardinal O'Hara comes back the other way again.
Stu, I think you had pretty good eyesight on that.
Well, thanks.
Along with the Nichols team.
And Hayes puts up a shot. She will not score, but she will draw a foul. Colpoys committed that one, and Hayes will go to the free throw line.
Isn't it great that a game like this brings a D1 coach just kind of watching, seeing players she's interested in?
Well, amazingly enough, as Hayes misses the first free throw, Coach Pierce has a game tonight against Canisius, of all people, and here she is still watching it come into a high school game.
Love it, don't you?
Yes.
That's how you build a program.
Yes. And she was talking about her friendship with UB head coach Felicia Jack and how they always support each other. And it's just terrific, I think. Well, and there's a pass knocked away once again by O'Hara, and they'll get it up to Hayes, and Hayes will send it back. It'll come back to Rutledge, and she'll pull it back out into the corner to Russell. And guess who? Rutledge has it again for O'Hara. She'll get a pick, and the ball goes out of her hands and out of bounds, and we have a foul on the play. It'll go against Nichols.
Stu, I was also able to talk with the referee who made the play, or stopped the play at the beginning of the second quarter. It wasn't water on the floor. It was the time, the main clock was not running. The shot clock was.
Yeah, we got a traveling call against O'Hara. So the Vikings will get the ball. 34-18, Cardinal O'Hara leading Nichols here early in the third quarter. Nichols needs a few stops and a few buckets to get back into this game. Benchley to Barr Bidet. She dumps it down low underneath. Then that shot by Colpoys is swatted away. Benchley takes a shot, no good. And Nichols gets the rebound. Tobiah bounce pass to Benchley. Benchley now into the corner for three for Griffin, and it's around and in. Big three-pointer there by Fallon Griffin. And here comes O'Hara right away. They don't hesitate. There's a three, and that's good. Jade Rutledge drains the three. So Nichols gets a three, and O'Hara comes right back with one of their own. And there's another steal knocked out of bounds, that time by Russell, and the ball will stay with Nichols.
How do you stop a run? You do it yourself, right? You return the favor.
So Nichols will inbound the ball to Griffin. She'll put it on the floor, swing it into the corner to Colpoys. And Colpoys will put up a shot, no good. Rebound hauled down by Russell. She'll get it ahead to McClaney. She'll put it up, no good. Rebound Russell, that's up and good. 39-21 O'Hara. And there's a three for Nichols, no good. That one by Benchley. And Colpoys gets the rebound to Griffin in the corner, back to Benchley. And she'll get it to Barr Bidet. She'll send it into the corner. Tobiah's three off the iron, no good. Rebound hauled down by McClaney, and she is fouled.
You know, another player that I've been watching over at Nichols, that number 0, Fallon Griffin, a good ball handler. It seems to have really good vision on the court. Just a nice looking player for them.
Russell, Rutledge, back to Russell, and she'll put up the three, around and out, and that rebound controlled. Well, went out of bounds off of O'Hara. Looked like O'Hara was going to get it, but somehow it got knocked out of bounds. It's an 18-point game with O'Hara in the lead and in complete control as Benchley brings it up across the timeline. Colpoys, Barr Bidet, now on the far side to Benchley. She'll drive down the lane. There's a whistle and a foul. And that foul on Olivia Russell, her first. Neither team in any kind of foul trouble here. Nichols will inbound it, and they'll send it back to Tobiah. There's a shot, banks off the glass, and the bucket.
Nice place too. She really attacked the net there.
Oh, what a steal right there by Tobias. She'll get it ahead to Benchley. She'll lay it up and in. Nice play there. That's what Nichols needs to get back into this one. It's 14, but here comes Hayes for O'Hara. Hayes to McClaney. And she'll get it out to Rutledge. So every time Nichols has made a run, O'Hara's had more than an answer. Good defense there, but instead it's a 3 from O'Hara, no good. Barbadane gets the rebound. She'll get it ahead to Benchley, and Benchley will bring it up the floor. Somehow she kept it in bounds. Tobias has it, back to Benchley. Benchley, and she turned it over. Put it right in Russell's breadbasket, and she's gonna be called for double dribble. And that's a turnover on O'Hara's part, and Nichols has a chance to get it within 12.
I don't think she agrees with that call. She expressed that to the referee, but to no avail.
That's what usually happens.
That's what usually happens, isn't it?
And they're waiting for Benchley to get her shoe tied, and they'll hand it to Griffin, and she'll get it to Benchley. 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Our side to Tobias. Nichols in the white, O'Hara in the black. And she's looking underneath for Benchley, but here's Barbadane. Nice pass. And there's
beautiful.
A bucket by Colpoys.
Backdoor pass to Colpoys, puts it in. Somebody would say there's no pressure. Oh, it's an easy shot. There's a lot of pressure on those shots.
Well, Hayes that's just great work by Hayes. No basket. She's called for traveling. She did great work despite being called for traveling, and she can't believe that call. She'll clap her hands and head up court. And that was one of the things Coach Pierce was talking about. She wants to see the reaction of the players when things don't go their way, as she looks for high character individuals. Benchley. Chance for Nichols to cut it down further. Benchley. Now they get it out to Barbadane. She's way out. She'll put it on the floor. Whoa. And she's called for the offensive foul as she lowered the boom on Hayes. She put that shoulder down, and Hayes went down. So unfortunately, Nichols wastes a good opportunity, and that, unfortunately for Nichols, is the third foul on Barbadane. And here comes O'Hara. The Hawks haven't scored for a couple of minutes. That's kind of a rarity. So O'Hara setting up the offense. Nichols looks like they're playing a little bit of zone defense now.
Looks like a traditional 2-3.
Three-pointer by Russell, good! And O'Hara will take a timeout.
Just a beautiful shot, just a beautiful shot to get it at the right moment. We talk a lot of times about doing things at the right moment. That shot was big time.
Well, and Nichols had been making a bit of a run, and all of a sudden here comes that three-pointer for O'Hara. It's a 15-point game, if I did my math correctly.
Yes, that's very good.
Yeah, well,
no calculator here either.
Well, I got to get something right once in a while.
Well, at work we do, but at home, one thing I was thinking, Stu, is I'm an old dog in this match watching basketball. In our day, players, if you're a center, you stayed in the center. If you were a power forward, you were in back. Guards up front. I watch both these teams. I get confused on, who's the forward? Because the forward's handling the ball, taking a three-point shot. The guard is making a rebound. It's fun to watch how they are intertwining players nowadays, rather than playing that real static positional play when we were younger.
So the game, like us, has evolved.
It has evolved and will always evolve.
Tobias off the iron, but she'll get her own rebound into the corner. Bounce pass for Bidet underneath. She'll put it up and in, and she drew the foul on Hayes. Big play there for Nichols. She can complete the three-point play and get them to within 12. Bidet having another outstanding game. And O'Hara, just look up and down the sheet, and they're all playing well. Which is not to say the Nichols girls aren't playing well either.
No, but it's a point that I was talking with Barbaday's mom. Nichols, talented team, no doubt about it. They're here. O'Hara, just every one of them seems to have a unique talent.
And there's another three by Russell.
And when you needed a 3, Russell has been dropping those.
Far side to Griffin. Now she'll get it back to Barbara Day. Almost went off her hands, and she'll pass it. Eventually hits the deck. No foul there. And here comes Hayes. She'll get it ahead for McClaney, and they'll slow it down just a bit. And there's a bank shot that's good by Rutledge. So O'Hara has many weapons, and they can score anytime from anywhere.
Great body control by Rutledge, too. She was a little bit to the right of the basket. She puts it down one dribble. She ended up dead center and just banked it right in. Old-fashioned off the glass.
Here's Benchley looking for Barbara Day. She'll put it on the floor, lay it up, and that won't go. She'll get her own rebound. She'll go up, and she'll draw the foul. And I don't think Hayes liked that call either. And you can tell she's trying to walk it off there. And we're going to get a couple of substitutions here as Greco comes back into the game for O'Hara, and Hayes sits down.
You know, I've watched Hayes on both of these last calls. One thing about her, she puts a smile on her face afterwards. You can see the frustration on the call, but then she quickly settles herself and just smiles, knowing that there's going to be a play to be made in the future.
And Barbara Day makes the first free throw. It's a 17-point game, 47-30 in favor of O'Hara. That free throw is good. Oh, I think she missed it. I had a player or two in front of me. Nope, now they put it up on the scoreboard. So my first sight was correct. And here's O'Hara, the 3 from Greco, around and out, ball loose, and Benchley comes up with it. She'll go right to the basket. She missed the layup. And coming back the other way is Rutledge. Now Greco off the iron, no good. Barbara Day with the rebound, and she'll push it up the floor. And she'll go right down the length of the floor and score.
Boy, coast to coast.
Yes, and you know, Benchley was going in on the left side and switched to her right hand, and the shot was no good as we're in the final minute of the third quarter.
Stu, I was so glad you mentioned that. I was going to bring it up. I wish you just would have just put it up with her lefty. Trust your lefty. Don't worry about it. That switch of the hand put the angle off just a touch, and that was enough to make it miss.
Well, here's O'Hara, a 3, no good. Rebound loose. Greco grabs the rebound, has it knocked away, but O'Hara gets it and scores. The ball falls for Jordan Williams. So she'll go to the free throw line, and that's the 5th team foul on Nichols. Let's see who this one is on. It's on Kathleen Horan, her first. And that'll put the Hawks, in the person of Jordan Williams, on the free throw line. Royce Calhoun, Chris Durr, and Joe Doherty are referees here this afternoon at O'Hara. We hope you're enjoying this afternoon's game. The free throw is good by Williams to make it 50-33. The lead is ballooned up to 17 again. And Benchley on the far side to Tobiah, into the corner to Fallon Griffin, and now Barbara Day back to Griffin for 3. Good! So a big 3 by Fallon Griffin. And here comes O'Hara with the final shot. She'll launch it, no good, by Jordan Williams. So at the end of 3 quarters, it is Cardinal O'Hara 50, Nichols 36, and you are watching girls high school basketball on Western New York Athletics.
When you're ready to buy a home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com. You can find new listings before they appear anywhere else and refine your search for immediate notifications of similar properties. Plus, get pre-qualified to make your offer stronger and connect with a local Howard Hanna agent who knows your area and how to close the deal. So when you're ready to buy, visit howardhanna.com and find your home fast.
I love being home.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
Well, Nichols has some work to do here at Cardinal O'Hara if the Vikings are going to make a game out of this one. They trail by 14, 50-36 as we start the fourth quarter. The Vikings will inbound. Sienna Tobiah will inbound, and she'll get it to Quinn Benchley. And then Benchley will bring it across the timeline as Nichols tries to get some offense going here. Every time Nichols has made a run, there's a bounce pass to Barbara Day. And now it comes to Benchley. Into the corner, back to Benchley. Benchley being guarded by Williams. Now on the far side, into the corner for Fallon Griffin for three on no good. And battle for the rebound taken away by Williams of O'Hara. And she'll bring it down the floor around Benchley and Bidet, and she'll score to make it 52-36. Oh, no basket? Nope, traveling. The basket counts, and as they brought the ball inbounds, O'Hara traveled and turned it over.
I watched Barbara Day on the coming back to play defense on that play. She was saying something to that other player, and at the very end there was a little collision. I thought, oh boy, it looks like a penalty or a foul is going to be called. Nothing. Evidently, I was a little too touchy about it, I guess, maybe. but it looked like she laid into her a little bit.
Russell's three is no good, but the rebound put up and in by Hayes, who on the point sheet doesn't feel like she's having a big game, but you can see she's terrific, and she's done a lot of other things being matched up against Barbara Day. And there it is again, and Barbara Day around and out, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds. Barbara Day tries to save it, and it comes to Courtney McClaney. And now Rutledge has it, and she'll put up the short jump shot, no good. She got her own rebound. Great play there. She'll dish it off. It'll go to Williams on the far side, into the corner to Russell for three. No good. Underneath, and the ball is taken away by Benchley for Nichols. And here she goes down the length of the floor. Bounce pass underneath to Tobiah. Her layup won't fall, and the ball will stay with Nichols, much to the chagrin of McClaney.
You know, Stu, you're watching Hayes today, and maybe not a ton on the score sheet, but you could see that raw talent. Every time she touches it, the way she shoots it, she's got great body control. And I was saying before, and she smiles a lot. So you know she knows. Maybe not today, but my day's coming, or maybe it's later on in this game even. Just a nice player to watch.
So the ball will stay with Cardinal O'Hara. It's been the Hawks from the outset here. They lead 54-36. And every time Nichols had presented any kind of challenge, the Hawks have answered in a big way. Greco, her pass knocked out of bounds by Colpoise. And
Greco's looking at her teammate and saying, sorry, I should have bounced past it to you. Interesting how players know, oops, I didn't do quite what I wanted to do.
The corner three is good by Hayes, and she flashes that big smile after the shot. So she may not be lighting up the scoreboard.
She lights up this room, let me tell you.
Now into the corner. Back out to Tobiah, all the way across court for Benchley. Down low to Colpoise, to Barbara Day, and she'll put it on the floor. She'll try to pass it back. Too much traffic there, but a great hustle play by Colpoise to keep it. Get it back to Barbara Day. Bank shot, good.
And speaking of another player who lights up this room again.
It's a 19-point lead for O'Hara. McClaney with the basketball. And now it's Hayes again. All the way back across the court to Greco. Far side to McClaney. And here's Hayes with the ball one more time. Russell for three. No good. She's got a number of threes today. That one wouldn't fall, but she's had a bunch of them. Here's Benchley coming back the other way. Her shot is blocked and knocked out of bounds. Nice block there, and I think that was Hayes who got that one, coming back to play defense.
Russell's another nice three-point shooter, isn't she? You can see when that ball leaves her hand, little backspin, slow motion, just in case, and she needs a little roll.
Colpoise, her shot's no good. Greco gets the rebound, and she'll hand it off to Russell, and she'll bring it up the floor, drive right to the basket. Shot won't go, but there's a foul on Fallon Griffin.
Foul on the Vikings, number 0, Fallon Griffin. That's her fourth.
That's her fourth. and first here in the fourth quarter. So that'll put Russell at the free throw line. Free throw is good. That'll make it 58-38. It's a 20-point lead.
Strange, this game's too. It's a 20-point lead, but it kind of has the feel like Nichols is in it, and every time, you know, I look up or you mention the score, oh yeah, that's right, they are up by a lot. O'Hara is up by a lot. I've loved Nichols pushing it. You know, they might be down, but they're not giving up by any stretch.
What a steal by Russell, and she'll get it ahead to McClaney. And McClaney will dish it off, and that's Hayes. She'll bank it up. It won't go. Ball knocked around. Greco gets the rebound for O'Hara, and she's called for a travel. So it'll be Nichols' ball.
Timeout, Vikings.
And now Nichols will take a timeout. 4:37 to play in the fourth quarter. Cardinal O'Hara 59, Nichols 38. You're watching girls high school basketball on Western New York Athletics.
Even the most prepared moms experience the unexpected. When you do, we're here for you.
When you're ready to buy a home, start your search at howardhanna.com. You'll be the first to see new listings, find similar properties, and connect with a local Howard Hanna agent. Get started today at howardhanna.com.
Well, Nichols or St. Mary's, whoever wins that game, will have a tall order against Cardinal O'Hara. The championship game will be here Tuesday night because O'Hara is the top seed. Tobiah with the ball. She stops, gets it to Barb Boudet. She'll put it on the floor. She'll put up a shot, and she'll get the roll. That'll cut the lead to 19, 59-40. And now O'Hara driving down the baseline. The shot is put up by McClaney, but she draws the foul. That's the second foul on the Vikings.
Foul on the Vikings, number 5, Lillian Colpoys. That's her third, team second.
That is the third foul on Lillian Colpoys. And we get a quick whistle.
Checking in for the Lady Hawks, number 5, Jordan Williams.
Jordan Williams comes back in, and Olivia Russell goes out. As the O'Hara players kind of pass the high five down the bench. And the first free throw is good.
As I mentioned to you, Stu, love sitting down by courtside. I recommend every person who's hearing this, go watch a local basketball game. You can see the smiles, the frowns, the players giving high fives on the bench. It's such a great environment to watch a sporting event.
Benchley to Barb Boudet. And Tobiah drives down the lane. She tried that running one-hander. It wouldn't go, but she does draw a foul. And she will head to the free throw line. And you know the other thing, Paul, we were talking about earlier, just the effort. Seeing kids out there having fun playing a sport that they love and the unbelievable effort that they put out. Just a great thing to see.
Yep, I would imagine every player on both teams, whether they're one sport, two sport, three sport, they're out there practicing, working on their craft, weightlifting, studying plays. I'm watching the Nichols team, and yeah, they're down today. I'm watching their guard play in particular. Both guards penetrating, pushing, running the court. It's not their day in the score sheet though, and that's probably what's hindering Nichols from being a little more competitive. The ball's not dropping for them, but it's not from lack of effort. They're out there, they're hustling.
So Barb Boudet will dump it down low. It'll come to Tobiah now. Back to Griffin in the corner. She'll look for Barb Boudet. She'll spin, she'll bank it up. That one won't go, but she does draw the foul. And judging by the reaction, I think it's on Jade Rutledge, number 20. And her third foul of the day, and that'll put Barb Boudet at the free throw line. We want to thank Niagara women's coach Jada Pierce for joining us at halftime with an insightful and excellent interview.
Yeah, she was fabulous, wasn't she?
And the free throw is no good. The way her team plays kind of describes what Cardinal O'Hara does, which might explain why there are a couple of players there from here and maybe another 1, 2, or who knows how many headed there. Here's Hayes with the ball.
Well, if we can get all the little 3 teams up at the top of their conferences and UB at theirs, we will enjoy that basketball season even more around Buffalo and Western New York.
Well, McClaney is stopped on the drive. Benchley into the corner, and she'll get the ball back. And there's the ball's on the floor. There's a scramble for it. And the ball will go to Cardinal O'Hara. Good battle on the floor there. Tobiah among those involved for Nichols, but that time it went to O'Hara, and the Lady Hawks bring it up. McClaney bounce pass to Hayes. Far side to Williams. Now Greco for O'Hara. She'll just hand it off to Rutledge. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Rutledge spins and shoots, and it won't go. But right there for the rebound is Williams, and it's another bucket for O'Hara.
Great follow-up, right? Watching the play, and then just coming in, attacking the rim and getting that rebound, and just puts it in.
Well, Barbaday's shot is no good, and coming right back the other way, McClaney puts up a shot, and she's fouled, and she'll head for the free throw line.
I'd say, Stu, the previous play, that's how basketball's played, right? Be aware of what's happening on your side, and then follow through and attack that rim, and good things happen.
McClaney at the free throw line. Her shot is good, her first one. And the second free throw is off the rim, no good, but Hayes hustles after the rebound, and O'Hara has the ball one more time. McClaney has it. Just good hustle there. Now Rutledge holds high over her head. She'll put it on the floor. She'll send it back to Williams. And here's Hayes. Less than 10 seconds on the shot clock. Rutledge. And she'll kick it back, and there's a 3 that beats the buzzer. Jordan Williams with the 3, 67-41, and there's a timeout. Oh, I thought there was a timeout, and there is, as the players are heading over to their respective benches. I'll tell you, that was perfectly executed of using the time and then the shot clock.
You know, I was watching over at the bench, the assistant coach on O'Hara. I think he was saying the two. And at first I thought he's thinking, oh, get that shot off, get 2 points. No, I think it was the positional player. That's the number 2 spot. Last second, dished it, gorgeous 3. So somebody was listening to the coaches.
And the assistant coach would be Kyrie Carter. And there's Fallon Griffin for 3. I think that's at least her third 3 of the day.
Yeah, she's having a nice game too, Stu.
Minute and a half to go in regulation. Greco, oh, excuse me, that's not Greco. That's Lala Long. And the ball comes back the other way, and there's a push. So there are 4 young ladies who've been called up to the varsity on Cardinal O'Hara. Lala Long is one of them. Gianna Williams another. Numbers 1 and number 4. And number 21, Shania Johnson.
You know, Stu, I want to give out a shout to number 10, Nichols, Tobiah. Just an all-hustle player. Just has not given up. Smart player. Just as I said before, I've been watching their guards. Good couple guards to build on.
And there's a foul against Nichols. Another young lady called up from the JV, Emily Bacon. So all 4 have gotten into this game for O'Hara.
Good for them, right?
Yeah, that's exactly.
Get the players some experience.
There's a nice steal by Nichols, and Griffin comes back the other way. Bounce pass laid up and in by Tobiah, and she'll go to the free throw line as she draws the foul. I have to share something. A friend of mine just texted me. His cancer is in remission, and I am so grateful because he's a friend of mine for a long time. When I first came here, and I won't mention his name because I don't know who knows, but that text is sending chills through my body because I've known him since 1985. He's a great writer and a great person and just a really good guy. So
that's always fabulous to hear.
Yes, so I will be calling him later today. And here's Long with the ball, and there's another whistle. And you can see what's going to happen here in the last minute of the game. We're going to have a bunch of fouls. We've got a lot of new players in there for O'Hara, kind of feeling their way around, and they are being aggressive, and Lola Long will be at the free throw line.
As we always say about sports, they're based on being aggressive.
Yes.
Make a play, don't make a play, be aggressive.
Yes. And instead of 13 seconds, there are 45.9 seconds left.
I was wondering if we could get through this game without mentioning the word 13. Well, and 13 seconds.
Yeah, well, you kind of set me up there when you said stay aggressive. You didn't know it, but you did. Long, and there's a three for Griffin off the iron, no good. Rebound out of bounds, it'll go to O'Hara.
Believe it or not, I was wondering, how can we fit in that 13 seconds? Because you know what, us Bills fans, we're still hurting.
Well, you set it up nicely when you said stay aggressive, and I thought, well, I know a team that wasn't for 13 seconds, and it cost them dearly. Oh, there's a turnover. Long turned it over. Right back the other way. Colpoys lays it up and in for Nichols, and we'll get a whistle.
I think they're player hurt?
Oh, an injury. Yeah. She's grabbing her ankle, and that is Benchley, as she will slowly walk off, grabbing that right ankle apparently. And she gets a hand from the fans here, including the O'Hara bench. So
I don't want to leave the game before I mention Benchley. Good ball handler, for really nice ball handler at the guard position. And she turned it, I think. It's a little painful on her, it looks like.
And the ball's loose on the floor. Players from both teams still diving for it, and a whistle. And let's see what happened there. Not sure what that whistle was for. There's 11 seconds left in the game. And both teams still hustling. Moran Gasick in the game for Nichols, and she will inbound the ball to Tobiah. Less than 10 seconds to play here in the semifinal. Far side to Gasick. And she'll get it to Barbara Day. She'll put up a shot that won't go, and the final buzzer will sound. The final score, Cardinal O'Hara 68, Nichols 50. So for the third time this year, O'Hara has vanquished Nichols. There really was never much doubt in this game who was going to win, was there?
No. You know, the old adage, it's hard to beat a team 3 times. One thing I thought, that might be a true adage, but O'Hara came out from the get-go, and they were not going to give in to that thought process. Oh, it's hard to beat a team 3 times. They really came out with the speed, aggressiveness, and some really nice three-point shooting today, and put it away early. That whole thought that they would get upset somehow. Kudos to number 32, Bidet on Nichols. Great player. You're watching her right now. She's sad. The season's over for this. Her mom's attending to her. Like any true athlete, though, you know, she wears it on her sleeve. It's difficult when you lose.
Yep, and you can see the sadness. It's written all over her face.
But then watch her. She's going to go in true marks of true champions. She goes over and congratulating the O'Hara players. Class act.
Well, all right, well, let's wrap it up from here. We want to thank Francis Beck, our producer, Russ Battaglia on camera, my right-hand man, Paul Catrona. My name is Stu Boyer. Once again, the final score, Cardinal O'Hara 68, Nichols 50. Cardinal O'Hara will play for the Monsignor Martin Championship game Tuesday night here against the winner of the St. Mary's Nardin game. We want to thank you all for joining us here on Western New York Athletics. And once again, that final score, Cardinal O'Hara 68, Nichols 50. I'm Stu Boyer. Have a good night, everybody.
Even the most prepared moms experience the unexpected. When you do, we're here for you.
When you're ready to buy a home, start your search at howardhanna.com. You'll be the first to see new listings, find similar properties, and connect with a local Howard Hanna agent. Get started today at howardhanna.com.